Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. So just a heads up, it's currently like a thunderstorm outside right now, and I apologize if you hear it in the background. We're just going to keep rolling with it. Anywho, hopefully it's not going to be too loud. But for today's video, I don't even know what I'm going to title this. It's kind of like a TikTok made me buy it / review / I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. We'll kind of see once I edit it and stuff. But basically, I'm going to be testing out this foundation brush. Now, the reason why it's kind of like a TikTok made me buy it is because this girl, Michaela, on TikTok, I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name because I can't. So I'm going to leave a picture, like a screenshot of her TikTok account up above. So basically she tried out this foundation brush. She was seeing ads about it on Facebook and how it was like the best brush ever, better than a sponge, better than anything in the world. And I decided to give it a try because she used it and she loved it, and I'm like, okay, now I have to try it, of course. I ordered it off of Amazon. You can just look up the Flawless brush or the Flawless foundation brush on Amazon, or I will of course have a link down below to this exact one. Now, this isn't like, I don't know what the actual brand of the original brush is, but there's a bunch of like dupes on Amazon, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. There's just a bunch of brands that have this exact same brush on Amazon, so I'm just gonna assume it's the same one, I guess. I don't really know, but anywho, it looks the same. It looks the same as the one Michaela used, so we're just gonna roll with it. It's just a really cute pink kabuki looking brush, and it comes with this really nice plastic case, so if you want to travel with it, that is super handy. Right off the bat, it is super soft, and I just cannot wait to see how this actually works. Now, like I said earlier, it's supposed to be better than a sponge. It's supposed to be able to put on foundation with as little product as possible and get like full coverage with just a few pumps, and just basically like not absorb as much product. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. I believe this was like $8 or $9 on Amazon, so pretty affordable. And if this works better than my sponge, that will be crazy because I've been using a sponge for years. Like, that's all I use. I don't use brushes for foundation. I don't think I ever used a brush for foundation, actually. I think I've always just used a sponge because I just prefer the way it looks. But if this can like take over the whole me using a sponge thing, I definitely wouldn't be mad at that, because that would be pretty cool to be able to use a brush for foundation. Especially like sometimes when you don't feel like damping your beauty blender, you can just take this bad boy and just do your foundation really quick. The thunder is so freaking loud. But anywho, I haven't filmed a video or uploaded a video in a very long time, and I'm so sorry about that. I've been in a funk. I've just been like so busy, and I just had no time, no motivation to do anything. So I'm a little bit out of that funk now. I'm trying to get back to the groove of things. So if I seem like a little rusty and that I don't know what I'm doing, it's been a long time, so bear with me. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing because I haven't done it in so long. So just bear with me. All right, so I'm just gonna prime my face, of course, before we go ahead with the foundation. I'm just taking my Tatcha Silk Canvas, like I usually do. Oh my god, I don't have my mirror. I'm like looking around like, see, I'm so rusty. I'm like, where's my mirror? Where is everything? So there's my primer on. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit as my Smashbox primer water. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. I have two shades. I have 420, which is too light for me, and 455, which is too dark. So I'm just going to mix these two together and make hopefully the perfect combo. Alright, so I just did about like one pump of each shade on my hand. I just mixed it together. Now we're going to go ahead and use this brush, and like I said earlier, it's supposed to absorb less product, be just as good as a sponge, and give you a nice flawless finish. And it is so freaking soft that I have very high hopes. It's very soft and very dense, so I don't think it's going to absorb much product, because usually really dense brushes like this don't. But yeah, let's just go ahead and give this a try. So I'm just going to dip my brush in the product. It looks like there's nothing on here, but it's actually not too bad. Let me bring the mirror a little bit closer. So I'm just gonna dip in here a little bit more. Alright, so far I applied it to this cheek and my chin. It's not completely full coverage because I still have a little bit of my breakouts poking through. But so far, it looks really good. I don't see any streaks or anything, so. Now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of swirl it instead of tap my brush in there and see if that makes a difference. Oh yeah, that made a huge difference. So definitely swirl your brush in the product with only a little bit on your hand. Don't go too crazy. But definitely swirl it and don't just like tap it in there because I feel like it's not really picking up a ton of product. But once you swirl it, it definitely does. Don't mind my nasty mirror, but I'm gonna go ahead and do one more pump of each shade. But so far, this is pretty much the same amount of product that I would use even with my sponge. That thunder is so loud, it's scary. I do get like these like dry spots on my nose when I like rub product onto my face, so I'll be curious to see if that will kind of show up. Because I am not dabbing, I'm not like tapping the product in, I'm rubbing, so I'll be curious to see if it shows up. Okay, so now that is the first layer applied. I didn't really have any issues. I do feel like some spots where I was rubbing, it was kind of like peeling or like smearing, I guess is the best way to put it. But that's what the first layer of coverage looks like. Usually with my sponge, that is plenty, like usually I'm pretty full coverage at this point. Obviously, I'm not full coverage. I feel like I'm like light to medium right now, but I still have a little bit more product in my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and swirl my brush into it and see if I can do another layer and see if any patchiness or anything occurs. I'm gonna go ahead and do another pump of each. I'd say total so far, I mean, I'm not really doing a full pump. I'm only doing half a pump. So I'd say so far I've done total like 2 whole pumps of foundation, which is what I usually do with a beauty blender. So not really anything different than what I'm used to. But if I need more than this, then it's gonna be a little bit of a problem. I'm not getting it, like I'm not having any issues getting into like the sides of my nose, which I thought was going to be a problem because it's such a big brush. But you can really use like the corner of the brush and really get into the sides of the nose. Okay, so hopefully the rain isn't too loud, but let me look at this up close and see what I think. I feel like my cheeks could use a little bit more coverage, but every time I go to apply more, it just like blends away. It doesn't like stick. So I'm going to try like tapping it. And like, see if that helps. That helped a little bit actually, just kind of tapping it onto my face rather than blending it. I mean, it doesn't look awful. It's just, it's taking me longer than a beauty blender would. But then again, I think it's because it's something I need to like get used to because I'm so used to using a beauty blender and not a sponge. But I feel like it's gonna take time for me to get used to it. And that once I do get used to it, it won't take as long. But I definitely feel like on my nose and on my cheeks, tapping it is definitely the way to go. It's looking so much better already just by tapping it into my skin. So honestly, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like how it would if I used my beauty blender. It pretty much looks the same. I wish I could zoom in to show you guys closer. I'm so sorry about the rain. It's literally so loud. But it doesn't look too bad. I do feel like in some spots I had to dab rather than rub, which is totally fine. Like it's not really like a bad thing. I just sat here and watched her video, like the whole thing, and I totally forgot that she actually applied the product directly to her skin first and then used the brush to blend it out. So just for shiz and giggles, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna grab my foundation once again. Just pump a little bit on my hand, and we're gonna see if that works a little bit better. I should have done this in the first place, but I wasn't even thinking. I watched her video so long ago that I kind of forgot. So I'm just taking that, I'm just gonna put it on my face like she did. All right, now I'm gonna take my brush and blend it out and see if that makes a difference. That was definitely a lot faster, for sure. The cheek area, I feel like I still have to dab the product rather than rub. But I feel like I got more coverage. Then again, I am applying more foundation, so I totally messed up. I should have just applied this to my face in the first place, but I wasn't even thinking, so totally my bad. But we're gonna go ahead and just finish this up here. So yeah, if you're gonna get this brush, I definitely recommend you put it onto your face first rather than doing what I did and dip the brush in, because this is so much quicker and I feel like it looks better. Okay, so now that I kind of put it on the right way, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will come back and let you guys know my thoughts on this brush. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look. I decided to go with a neon inner corner, and I'm kind of living for it. I've been dying to do one because I've seen so many people do it, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do that. So I finally did it, and I'm kind of loving it. But if you guys want to know all the products that I used to finish this makeup look, be sure to go check out my Instagram, because I will post a picture of this look, and then I'll have all the details in the description, so be sure to go check that out. But I don't know what it is. I was looking at my face up close, and my face, like right here, looks literally like face-tuned. Like, it is so smooth, and I don't know if it's this brush. It must be this brush, because I used all the same products that I normally use. The only different technique that I did was use this brush. So I'm gonna assume that this brush literally makes your face look like Facetune, because my face has never looked this smooth, and I'm gonna have to test it out some more to see if it really is this brush, and to test it out with other products and see what happens. But the real question is this gonna replace my beauty blender? I don't know. I have to try it out some more to see if it's really gonna do that. If this is what's making my face look like Facetune, bye-bye beauty blender, hello new cheap foundation brush, because my skin looks so smooth. It is 12:30 in the morning, and I don't want to take my makeup off because my face looks so, like, it looks Facetune. Like, it's so, it looks like I went on Facetune, took the smoother edit filter thing, and literally went like this all over my face, and that's what my face looks like right now. No, like, no joke. Like, if I zoomed you in, it would look like I have a filter on my face, but I don't. And I can't zoom you in because my lens doesn't zoom in. But anywho, so yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to replace my beauty blender. I really do have to test it out some more and see if this is really what's doing it. I'm going to keep using this brush and testing it out some more with different products and such, like I said earlier, but I will update you guys on the description of this video. So if you want to know my final thoughts within the next few weeks or so, be sure to check back on this video, and I will let you guys know my final thoughts. So far, I'm loving it. In the beginning, I was kind of iffy. I was kind of like, ooh girl, like, this ain't working for me. But now that my makeup is complete and finished, I am literally obsessed with the way my makeup looks right now. Like, I'm so obsessed. So if you're interested in trying this out, I definitely recommend it, especially if you're using your beauty blender on a day-to-day basis. I definitely recommend giving this a try and see if it works for you. And if you do try it, or if you already tried it, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I'd be super curious to see. And also, if you have any other questions about this brush that I didn't answer in this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to answer them for you guys, because sometimes I feel like I don't answer all the questions you guys are wondering. So just let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to answer those questions for you guys. Alrighty guys, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below and give this video a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!